Welcome to all in this second activity of Page Portal. Myself, Dulvesh Rajan Nambe, student of second year Mechanical Engineering and the coordinator of the Page Portal. Today we are gathered here to conduct the second activity, that is the pre-topic session of the team Mechanical Warriors. Now I invite the team leader of Mechanical Warriors, Swaraj Chavan, to speak on the topic marketing tactics. Over to you, Swaraj.
Thank you, Durvesh. Good evening, everyone. I am Surat Durgesh Suman from SY Mechanical. And today, as Durvesh mentioned, I'm going to talk about the marketing tactics that are practiced in industry right now. So let us consider this. Imagine this that someone wants to build a startup and he does all the necessary things. That is, he builds up capital, he builds up the production spaces, he hires teams, he all manages all the teams. But there is one flaw, that is, he doesn't know how to market his product. What do you think will happen? It will be a disaster. The thing is, if you don't market your product, how will the customers know that you are making such kind of product and this is available in market? So that's why marketing is the necessary point in all the business world. So let us firstly know what is the difference between a strategy, marketing strategy, and marketing tactics. Marketing tactics are the timings or the ways in which you are going to do, or the places where you're going to post your advertisement and all. And strategies are the plans of how you will be making those advertisements, how and when, after which advertisement, which people you are going to target and all. So the importance of marketing is this. But as we know, like till now, the marketing tactics were all the cliche ones which all the industries were using. But right now, as we are in the 21st century, as we know, all the social media sector, that is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all are in boom. And that's why we call this the Gen Z culture, where all the marketing procedures are majoritarily going through digital marketing. So we need to, if anyone wants to build a startup or start a business, he needs to focus on digital marketing more than the all the ordinary or the old old school social advertisement, like posting your posters and all. So digital marketing is a very crucial part right now. And also, as we live in India, if we consider the Indian niche or the Indian domain, we can see that every part of India has a different culture, different people with different life of living and all. So we can't do only one tactic or one strategy all over the world or all over the place. So we need to firstly survey what people do like here, what is the thing that connects or makes bond between a strategy between a company and the people. And then we need to, after all the surveys and all the analysis, we need to go for the marketing campaign or not. So in a bit 2 minutes time, I will end up my talk here. Hope you and got a lot of information through it, and I will stop. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Swad. It was really an informative talk, and you also mentioned some of the marketing tactics. All the marketing will be right, but it should be true to the knowledge that is given to the marketing. There should be not false marketing of the companies. Thank you, Swad. Now I invite Aman Nadaf to speak on the topic, will 2022 bring new hopes? Over to you, Aman.
Thank you, Durvesh. Good evening, everyone. When people were asked at the end of 2020, 90% said it had been bad year for their country. Responding to the same question in 2021, 56% people said that it was a bad year for their families compared to the 90% in 2020. Over 75% people around the world think 2022 will a better year than the 2021. The world progress in a fight against COVID-19. COVID-19 is not an obvious cause for optimism, but the progress of vaccination program is giving people hope that the things will get improved. More than 80% of the world population will receive at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine. Now there are many countries become busy again as people get back to the working in office on a regular basis. People have a greater expectation for the stock market stability in 2022 than they did in a 2021 when a 40% in 2021 there are 40% of major stocks around the world are likely to be crashed. There is a hope that many countries back to their economic condition which is before the COVID pandemic. And the good thing in 2020 is that Omicron cases in many countries get rise fast in a short period of time. They again decreased so that the government will reopen school, colleges, and reduce the restrictions. Many medical universities have said that after third wave, there are many wave can come, but no wave is harmful like a Delta variant. In the last 2 years, there are many economic problems faced by the poor and the middle class people because of the lockdown. In 2022, in the rise of Omicron cases, but there is no lockdown. Of course, there is still plenty to worry about 2022, but we are the hope for the best and people for the worst. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Aman. It was very nice. And let us all hope that the 2022 will surely bring new hopes for all of us. Thank you, Aman. Now I invite Rohan Shinde to speak on the topic finances in clutches of COVID. Rohan, you can start.
Hello everyone, I am Rohan Shinde and I am from Satara. Today I am here to speak about my topic that is finance in clutches of COVID. Friends, everybody knows that before March 2019, nobody had any idea about the term that is lockdown. But as is showed is true colors of lockdown, almost the lockdown and COVID hit every and each and every sector of human life. Same was in the case of financial sector. The financial condition of the uh, common people was not so good, so they were the most affected. Also in the cases in the case of small and large scale businesses were also affected in this. uh, India's GDP had shrunk up to 23%, and during the peak of COVID it had gone in minus percentage, so it had a very bad impact. uh, uh, so it had a very bad impact on Indian economy. Also, the people whose income was based on day-to-day work were the most affected. They had problem in having two time meals a day. So the government had to implement various schemes for them. Speaking about the financial institutions like banks and insurance companies, the banks had low loan recovery rate, so they went in loss. Also, the in case of insurance companies, they had to give a lot amount of claims due to death in COVID-19 pandemic. So they went in a loss. So uh, they had a large effect on their business. Also, there were some good effects of this COVID-19. uh, Probably I can say that there was only one effect, that is the cashless economy was motivated. And I think if this is motivated much and much, by the government, it would lead to decrease in the corruption. So I think that is one and only good effect of the COVID-19 on finance. Thank you. That's it, all from my side.
Thank you, Rohan. It was really very informative. Thank you for speaking.
This meeting is being recorded.
Now I invite Aditya Bhagat to speak on the topic Corona and Impact Forever. Over to you, Aditya.
Thank you, Durvesh. Good evening, everyone. I am Aditya Babra Bhagat. My topic name is Corona and Impact Forever. So there are many things in which COVID-19 changed our life forever. The first thing is our wardrobe. The must-have item right now is mask, and the most important is sanitizer. For example, there are always sequence of item you can confirm before leaving home or a workspace. It goes something like this: phone, keys, and wallet. But after 2020, it has become something like this: phone, wallet, keys, and mask and sanitizer. This is a small but a crucial addition. The second thing is our mental health. Anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts skyrocketed during the COVID-19 pandemic. The next thing which is impacted forever is education. Due to COVID-19, education system is disturbed and it affected in students' life forever. Also, there are so many ways that Corona could forever change the way we work. Like working in an office could become a status of symbol. Most meetings could be replaced by email. And also, it could be the end of business travel as we know it. Like this, there are so many things on which coronavirus impacted. That's why COVID-19 changed our life forever. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya. It is right that COVID-19 has definitely changed our lives, but we should also think something positive and should pass on this time. Thank you, Aditya. Now I invite Ajay Rathod to speak on the topic exams and a way of assessing students. Over to you, Ajay.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ajay Tanaji Rathod, and I am talking on topic exam, a way of accessing a student. First of all, what is meant by exam? A exam is a formal test that you have to take or check your knowledge in a particular subject or to obtain a qualification in any stream or any standard. Examination are the times are uh, good and necessary way to check students' ability and knowledge in a particular subject. It may be oral exam or written exam, but written exams are not a best way to accessing a student. It may be oral exam and written exam and discussion during the lecture are the best way to check the student's ability or knowledge on that particular subject. But during this pandemic, there is a all exams pattern may change, and there are a lot of impact on the exam, good impact as well as bad impact on exam. As we see, all the exam are postponing, and many of student are waiting when the exam is conducted or when the fixed date are announced. And the good impact is that is students got a lot of time to prepare on that exam and to get a good marks. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajay. There are certain effects of exam and we students must cope with them. Nice speaking. Thank you. Now I invite Yashwardhan Shinde to speak on the topic engineering, a career doomed in Corona. Over to you, Yashwardhan.
Thank you, Durvesh. Good evening. Myself, Yashwardhan Shinde, roll number 20121202, and my topic is engineering, a career doom in Corona. As everybody here is aware of the fact that engineering is one of the most challenging and difficult profession in all over the world, and it also requires a lot of theoretical as well as practical knowledge to cope up with the problems that the engineers are facing in day-to-day life. And for the problem solving, the students and the engineers need the practical as well as both practical as well as the theoretical knowledge. But due to COVID-19, as all the teaching has gone in online mode, the students are lacking the practical knowledge that due to which the students are not getting the appropriate knowledge for the job they have to do or the thing they have to perform in the nearer future, because they are not getting the practical knowledge. Also, the theoretical knowledge or the theoretical part is not that much accessible, as the efficiency of teacher as well as the efficiency of student is somehow decreasing in the online mode, due to which the students are not getting that the required or the appropriate education. That's the thing. And in the nearer future, we will be seeing the effects of COVID-19 in the engineering, and due to which the whole world will be affected, as only a few students or the few engineers will have that required theoretical or practical knowledge that is our engineer must possess. And due to COVID-19, the engineering have the engineering profession or the engineering education have doomed. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Yashwardhan. Really, engineering is a very challenging profession, and the corona has affected it very badly. But we should try to gain something from the time which we have gained due to this pandemic. Thank you, Yashwardhan. Now I invite Shuraj Kumbhar to speak on the topic corruption in the COVID system. Over to you, Shuraj.
Thank you, Durvesh. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I am Shivraj Kumbar from SY Mechanical. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most important topics during the pandemic era, that is corruption in the COVID system. So, basically, corruption is the criminal activity, dishonesty, and betrayal to the human. Today, corruption is present in each and every department of the private as well as public sector. But I'm going to focus only on the health system because it is one of the most corrupted system during the pandemic era. Pandemic has served as the catalyst for the corruption, which has also contributed to debilitating the health system. So I want to mention some of the points related to corruption. So fake sanitizers are being sold for the higher prices. Even masks and other essential things, including various medical equipments, are sold for the higher prices than the normal ones. Some officers are taking just a minute. Sorry. Some officers are taking bribe and letting the people to pass through the security checks without any problems. Even today, private hospitals are taking full advantage of this situation and charging a lot of money for the isolation ward and for and the other services. So these are the local and the regional corruption. The pandemic has led to the wave of the corruption involving various high-level politicians and government officials all over the world. So there are many examples of the corruption at the international level. There was a recent news that Zimbabwe's health minister was arrested over allegedly corruption involving $60 million. And one important news is that Somalia took the 4 higher officials to the court for allegation for misappropriating the COVID relief funds for their purpose. So as this, there are many examples. Corruption is present everywhere during the vaccination process, also at the procurement stage, distribution stage, and many other allocation stage and many other stages. Corruption in health sector is lowering the public trust in the health institution, and thus weakening the health system, and thus people are letting their trust over the health institution. So various anti-corruption bureaus are set up to reduce the corruption to the greater extent, as the corruption cannot be completely reduced. So that's all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you, Shuraj. Definitely, the corruption has seeped into the COVID system, but we should also look at the good things that some people are helping with both the hands to the needy people. Thank you, Shuraj. Now I invite Siddhika Momin to speak on the topic on the topic Mother Earth bestowing fury. Over to you, Siddhika.
Thank you, Durvesh. Good evening, everyone. My name is Siddhika Momin. I'm a student of second year mechanical. My subject is Mother Earth bestowing fury. I choose bestowing fury. Actually, I have interest. Durvesh, you can. Actually, I like to share thoughts about environment, so I choose this subject. I'm sure each one of us who are working from home from last 2 years due to this pandemic situation of COVID-19. This pandemic COVID-19 made us all scared and fearful. We never so unsure about what will happen next in our life. Nowadays, the pollution rate is increasing due to this industrialization, pollution, and there are many reasons for increasing pollution rate. But as a result, there is increases in global warming, causes increases the temperature of Earth. Due to all of this, the ice on Antarctica get melting, and the seawater level is increasing day by day, and it is very bad thing for our environment as well as our Mother Earth. Nowadays, today, our growing population requires more agriculture activity, which largely depend upon deforestation to create suitable land. These activities are causing change in global weather pattern, leading to an increases in natural disasters like earthquake, wildfire, and also floods. Nowadays the number of species of certain animals are decreasing day by day, and it is very bad thing for our environment. We humans assume us god and we neglected our own mother earth. As a result, we don't even have clean air to breathe or pure water to drink. We forgot the concept of coexistence with other living beings. So we should save our mother earth by planting more trees or keeping our environment clean and safe, and also reducing pollution rates. So thank you.
Thank you, Siddhika. Definitely, Earth is our mother, and we should try to conserve what is present on the Earth and should live friendly with all the other coexisting organisms on the Earth. Thank you, Siddhika. Now, I invite Vishal Dange to speak on the topic: Is AI a threat to human race? You can start, Vishal.
Hello and thank you. Thank you, Durvesh. Hello and good evening to everyone. So my topic is something that is way smarter than us, artificial intelligence. Scientists believe that artificial intelligence is 1,000 times more smarter than human. It can digest millions of more data than we humans can. Simply, it is a better version of human brain. Artificial intelligence can write its own program, can create its own software and update it, just like a software engineers writing the program and assigning it. But this is not gonna be the future scenario, as artificial intelligence can improve just by practicing like we humans do. It can create its own way of thinking. There is also one question roaming around us, that when is this artificial intelligence gonna be stronger than us? Some say after 5 years or 10 years. But there is an example which proves that it is already stronger than us. There is an aircraft named Pegasus which can drive alone, can detect and shoot the enemy on its own, and can land on its own. And the most difficult part of this artificial intelligence is that we cannot destroy it. It is not like a computer that whenever we need, we can switch on and off it. It is a network, just like a internet. I still remember the quote said by the great scientist Stephen Hawking, that artificial intelligence is not like 50% good for humanity or 50% bad for humanity. It is like either it will be good for humanity or either it will be bad for humanity. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal. Definitely, the artificial intelligence is helping the human race in various kinds, but it has also some of the bad effects, and we must pray for that the bad effects won't harm us in the future very badly. Thank you, Vishal. We are done with all the participants. I hereby announce that we have successfully completed the pre-topic session for the team Mechanical Warriors. Thank you everyone for joining.